Welcome back. It's a Fulbright Friday with LP and LT.
Oh, how you doing, LP?
I'm doing well. I have to tell you. So we just did this resume webinar last week. We're talking about like interests, about like what interests should appear on resumes, what shouldn't. We have lots of opinions about that. But as part of that, we saw an interest that came up that was biohacking, and it took me down this crazy rabbit hole. Do you know what biohacking
Like
is?
the hobbies thing, like on the.
Under interests. Do you know what biohacking is?
I have no idea what biohacking is. I can imagine. Can I have a guess?
Yeah, you should guess.
Okay, one guess is that it's like when your hacking becomes so good that you hack into like a genetic database to retrieve confidential private health information and sell it.
That sounds like an operative, but
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. It's probably
So,
not.
so apparently biohacking encompasses a range of activities from everything from like you doing your own experiments at home.
Oh, okay.
No, but also to optimizing like your body and brain. Like,
Oh.
so people who have like lots of philosophies of like things with regards to dieting, to everything, but like you inject yourself with like younger people's blood in order to be
Mm.
younger yourself, or have like some sort of like transfusion. So it encompasses all those kinds of activities. So even like the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, his like philosophy about how you should just drink like salt with water
Yes.
and lemon or
Yeah.
lime is
Yeah.
like key to
Yeah.
health performance.
Yeah. Tom Brady has a whole ecosystem for like
Oh
health
yeah,
too. Biohacking. I think that's a narcissistic thing,
yeah.
a little bit. But I can't begrudge people their hobbies. The question is, what are hobbies that like what hobbies do you put on your like bottom line thing, and should they go there? It's a very important question. What are you communicating about your hobbies? Like what qualifies for the hobby line? I actually think biohacking, we will accept that because it's like novel and interesting and a little strange,
Different.
and if it
And it
makes
made me look this up because I was like, what on earth is biohacking? You
so
know, like yodeling if you were a yodeler, that's
yodel should go
different.
on for sure. You know
Yeah.
what should not go on? Cooking. It's like, no, you know what, I expect you that you can feed yourself
You
and
need to
eat,
eat.
right?
So you have to cook for yourself on some basic level.
Like, okay, I can make a quesadilla.
Yeah.
No cooking. Yodeling,
Eat.
biohacking. LP,
LT.
it's time to hack in to the Fulbright tips. Ta-da, today, I don't know.
Nice
I did that
pun.
last week. I just can't stop with the jazz hands when it's time to get Fulbrighty.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about study awards. And before we jump in with 3 things you want to know, it's really actually worth considering a study award option. If you found yourself kind of listening to our show last week when we were talking about research, the qualifications that were needed, perhaps coming with a past demonstrated kind of interest and kind of research questions starting to formulate. And if you're not there yet and you're thinking, wow, that sounds like a heavy lift, you might indeed want to check out the study awards. Fulbright, in addition to funding research, here my daughter, and ETA opportunities, also offers a range of study programs. And many study programs are 1 year in duration, so they're completely tenable through Fulbright funding. So outside of that, there's a few things you need to know, though, if you're interested in applying for a study award. LP, what do we need to know?
The first thing is that you shouldn't automatically discount study awards just because of language skills. Many master's programs in other countries are actually taught in English. So we can think of quite a few, like Taiwan has programs taught in English, like Netherlands, Finland, a lot of these places. So I think it's really something to pay attention to make sure that actually you might find a program that is a good fit for you in another country.
Number two, affiliations are required with most study awards. In these instances, they often take the form of an acceptance letter. However, since you won't be receiving your acceptance letter from your program before you actually complete and submit the Fulbright application, there can be a time later in the application process, if you make it past the first round, to offer Fulbright the acceptance letter at that time. However, there are also those awards that would require affiliations that are akin to those that are offered for the research grant types. In these instances, often an academic or a faculty member in the department or some person in the university to which you're applying would talk about your preparation, how this is a good fit for you academically, kind of offer a little bit of a sponsorship saying this is a good fit, and you would be required to submit that with your application to accompany the Fulbright study proposal for review. For example, Germany requires that. There are others.
The third thing that we wanted to mention is that with the study programs, you have to apply separately to the graduate programs. You're doing two applications. Like I'm doing a flight attendant. Two applications, the exits are over here. You have to do the application to Fulbright and then also the application to the graduate program. However, you don't have to apply to the graduate program by the time of the Fulbright deadline. You just need to be in the process of preparing your application and eventually submit your application. Many of these programs might have deadlines that are later in the winter or maybe even early spring, but you would just want to be applying as soon as possible so that you do have that letter of admission to provide to Fulbright throughout the process. So 2 applications for the study awards.
Oh yes.
Our pumpkin,
It's that time again, folks. It's fan club time. First of all, before we get into the fan club questions, LP, tell them how they can have their question read on air on our show.
Lucky folks can get your question read on air by emailing fulbright@georgetown.edu, and we will put your question in our pumpkin of joy, and select one of you.
It's Oliver's pumpkin.
Oh, it's Oliver's pumpkin of joy. Select a lucky winner to read their question on air.
Oh my God. Ooh, so many things. What do you hope never changes?
Our Fulbright Friday talk show, because this is just a gem.
I think that's it. That is the best possible answer there could be. Barring that, let's say something that I hope never changes. When you go home from college the first time, when your parents have like retransformed your childhood bedroom and you're like,
well, that never happened.
Oh, well, you know what? I wish my parents would have never changed my bedroom into my brother's bedroom. Like I was dislocated. I came home, I had no place. I wish that my childhood bedroom would stay forever.